There you go. Game week, 34, 33. Game week, 33. We go up. The players enter the occasion for the 33rd time as far as the GFF second division is concerned. But boy, is it important. A game of immense class, of tantalizing possibilities. For Medina side, a game beyond any other is not for losing. For the first time this season, for the first time since the team was established 6 years ago, that they are edging ever closer to the iconic dream. 6 years ago, this team was just a dream. Now, it is edging ever close to the promotion of Gambian top football. Today though, it's not playing with talents, it is not players giving what they have, it's playing with absolute commitment, with absolute zest, verve and vivacity. For Medina, located inside the airport complex established way back in 2019, understand they are meeting an iconic giant as far as the Gambian football history is concerned. Ports, as far as the league crown is concerned, are the third most successful team, but Medina couldn't care less, as they have overpowered so many teams in this division. Last year it was the FF Cup, but this year the whole world know the primary objective, in fact the only objective, was getting promotion to the country's top tier. They are meeting a post team whose primary also objective was to be in the fourth division. They have achieved that feat a few weeks ago. For Medina, they are edging ever close to achieving that. Sang, a very, very good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bai. Very good evening. And like you said, you just used the right words. Post have a very, very rich history in terms of Gambian football. And today they are coming up with a team that is just new in the business. But you can say Medina is very, very serious because to come up to this point in this very, very tough league of Gambian football is something to be commended for. And I think the boys should be proud of themselves. And it's going to be a very, very interesting game here. Is the leader versus the second on the table, so it's going to be very interesting.
Sang, this picture they are taking right now, in 100 years time to come, the players' grandsons and granddaughters will be shown this picture to tell them this was the picture, this was the starting XI that took Medina to the fourth division. And we today will meet promotion to the country's top tier. And finally though, Gafar Ali and his backroom staff have named a strong XI to their disposal. On goal for Medina is the undisputed number one, the Gambia's under-20 Kolobin Omar Keita. The back three consists of the strong and tall Agile Modundao, the calm and composed Abdullah Conte, and the strong Lamin Sise. On the right wing back is the effervescent, the enterprising Landing Jata, had him come entrusted the responsibility on the lifting back role. Omar Baji and Arama Jata with the duty today to lock the middle of the park. Omar Baji lowly from Serakunda FC, Arama Jata a bona fide member of this club, and in the attacking midfield role is Mustafa Jaju, a lowly from BST Galaxy, born in Bakau, raised in Sukuto, played for Folokuro Real Estate in Kartong, and trusted the role in providing the attacking players, who is Omar Bojang and Motlamin Dabo. For Hawks, they have Basegu Kasama on goal. May God grant him the highest place in Jannah. Keba Drame's son was a happy coach, was a calm and composed one. I remember him telling our coach,
right resources and people working with the boys. He has been since he came from the States, following the boys, pushing them morally and every other vice. So everybody wants Medina to win today. Everybody wants the results for Medina this evening. So, and that is what we are expecting to see from the boys.
By effort. Collègue Omar Diom.
Amatiyo ko fi.
Interception there, good play from Adam. I think he is on top of his game this evening, and we can see he is make very vital interceptions, very key passes. Adam Gomez making the good runs. The two strikers are fighting very hard in putting pressure on the Ports defense, and this is exactly what we want to see. You cannot allow Ports to settle down in this game. They are a team that is on a good run of form, and giving them time and space will just be detrimental to any other team.
Indeed. Omar Bojang to Omar Baji. I think the two teams, not just Adama, with Omar Boji too, are having a terrific start in these early exchanges. They absolutely are. Hussein Sane 86, Mustafa Jaju. But I'm seeing Mustafa Jaju balancing more on the right of the play than the left. But he's an attacking player. Help me, tactical ideas for that.
plays well with landing, especially when you see the ball with the two holding midfielders in Baji and Adama. So every time the ball goes to that end, he slides.
A 3-5-2.
It's a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-5-2. But the way they organize themselves.
So it's like Hardim is playing double roles today.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to get it. I have now. Baseko Kasama going long. I mean, she's heading it down. Sane also wanted it. To Jallo Omar. Master was in the best. Malik started getting it to the far post, where Omar Jallo was. Abdukor heads around for a throw. That would be a Medina United throw to Omar Bojang, who scored Medina's last goal. That was on this ground against Kanifing. Free kick Medina. Sports tactician in Bassam Masang is busy in the technical area. So to Medina's Gafa in Aliu Jan. Jata getting it back to now. Now to Marketa. You see me struggling on few occasions where I call Mustafa Jaji for landing Jata. That's because in that position it's mostly where you see landing Jata. I believe I'm part of
He's part of the back four, and when we have the ball at the midfield in an advanced position, you see him busting forward. So definitely it's a tactical approach, and it's really working for now.
It's really working for now. It really is. And Ports are playing a similar formation to that of Medina, if not the same. Sise going long to landing Jata, who's out to go into the penalty area by Gafale Chan. Jata delivers. Omar Bojan was there. That was an almighty opportunity. Mustafa Jaju trying to control. Oh, that was an opportunity wasted there. But the ball is still in play for Medina. Abdullah Conte, to Mohamed Dabo. Arama Jata had him go once it. Rolling into the penalty area. Deliver first time. And Omar Bojang failed to have a vital contact. Omar Jallo's touch. That is a corner for Medina. Count for today they got to. Here comes the corner to be taken by Mohamed Dabo. It's a wonderful start to this game. 15 minutes on the clock. Mohamed Dabo should take this corner. Adama Jata at the near post. Now in the center. Abdullah Conte at the far post. Bojang patiently in the middle. Jaju Adecho the box. Mohamed Dabo will be taking this one. Bojan scored on this ground against Kanifing a few weeks ago for what was Medina's last goal. Mohamed Dabo delivers. Omar Bojan again was flying in the air. Had a touch, but it wasn't very, very good. As he roll out for the Portis goal kick. D'accord. Ça?
Make sure that we could have scored, but like we said, we have to have players that are calm in the final third and players that are very, very clinical.
Omar Bojan, the way he presses is just amazing.
Yeah, I think his fitness level is not of a question. He's fit. He's definitely fit, and I think he's really applied himself in the half of this this second period of this league. So definitely he's one of the best players of the team right now. He gives his energy. He gives his all in every game. In all the games that we have played so far, Bojang has always been the guy with the numbers in terms of work rate. Indeed, here comes Sane. Running into the penalty area. Adiniapo
Adecho the box to Omar Job. Was closed down well by Adama Jata. Jawara wants it offside. Jawara was offside. The whistle was gone. In his mind, he didn't hear that, but that's a yellow card, son. That's a yellow card. Omar Keita. This keeper. Keita is opting to go long. To Omar Bojang. Julaba had a very important touch. Over the court to Ansumana Juwara. Juwara keeping that ball in play. Here comes Jaju. Adama Ndao does well. Mustafa Jaju to Omar Baji. Was trying to go on to Molamin Dabo. Getting it to Mustafa Jaju. Looking to run off Harim Gom. That was some slick move. Molamin Dabo making the attacking run too. Omar Baji wants it. But the pass was threaded in too close to an opponent body. Landon Jata winning it back to Medina. Sensing the first time delivery. No, that was a good chance. Omar Baji didn't make it count again. The chances are coming, sir.
Yeah, like the reports, tacticians got the message. They don't know exactly what we are playing. Like I said, there are some players that have been deployed to play double roles, and you can see how the team is switching and rotating. So it's difficult to understand exactly the pattern, how they are playing. Like that's why I said sometimes it's like they are playing a 4-3-3, sometimes 3-4-3, or sometimes you can think that they are playing a 3-5-2. But it's a tactical approach which I wouldn't want to spill out here because they can get the first half analysis and go and work on it. But definitely Medina are ready for this game, but they just have to maintain their cool, their discipline, and their respect for Ports. It's a team that is on a run of form, good run of form, and we have to respect that. So we just have to give our all and make the momentum count.
Indeed, that's another very good chance. Had him go was there. Molamin Dabo's effort went way over the crossbar. So good analysis, Sang. Port's backroom staff are not comfortable so far. Have the netminder down. Sang, mathematically, Ports are not the champion yet, but logically they are. 14 goals ahead of Medina, 6 points ahead of Medina with 6 points off for grab. Can we win them today and score over 20-something goals next game or over 14 goals next game, and them losing their next encounter? Is that really possible?
Yeah, there is nothing impossible in this game. But you will look at it this way: we can level with points with Ports, but at the end of the day, the goals are massive. The gap in goal difference is just massive. If we have to go out, if we beat them today, we have to go out in the next game to score how many goals? That's about 14 goals, 13 or 13 goals, and that is going to be viewed as match fixing.
Absolutely.
That is going to be out of reach to score that number of goals in a single game. I think it's gonna.
You take on match fixing.
Yeah, it's real. Match fixing is real. It's just a crime. Sometimes it's not definitely fair. It's not respect for match fixing to take place. So for me, I think it should be litigated. It should be punishable, and I don't think people should have that attitude of match fixing. Definitely.
Indeed. But the problem with that is, even if you know clearly there's match fixing, but with evidence, where do you get that from? Keita. Amen Cisse. Abdukoro having a touch, not the best of touches. Mustafa Jaju chesting it down for London Jata. The boys are having a game of their life so far. Jata going all the way down to Keita Omar. Keita. Keita going long. Julaba heading it out. Omar Baji also trying to jump. But that's a free kick in favor of Sane for GPA. But that's a different in positioning. For Medina, we have a double pivot and one attacking player. For Pors, they have the triangular in midfield with one DM and two attacking players, Tony Jaju and Sane. That should be very easy to explore in the back three formation.
Yeah, I think what they want to do is
having those chances.
Yeah, definitely they are leaving one DM and they don't understand what we are playing. So it's like their midfield is outnumbered and outplayed. So they are putting two attacking midfielders in order to be very effective on the counter break. Yeah, so that they can have at least two deadly players on the reverse. So it's also a deadly formation or approach. So we just have to be careful, because when we go on the attack, we should be careful not to lose the ball.
But that is why Medina's two DMs are the two best players, because two attacking midfielders for two DM. So it's like a man for man.
Yeah, they've cancelled out the Port's midfield. But what I'm saying is that could also be a trick, and it can backfire. So each time we go on the attack, on the offensive, we should be very economical. We have to make sure that we use the ball well, because failure to do that and they transition quickly, those two advanced midfielders are deadly.
I understand your question. Now I do. Good one from Omar Bojang, and that is a corner. Mustafa Jajo had received a heavy hit, but that's a Medina United's corner anyway. Jajo is still down. He scored one of Medina's best goals since they entered the division on this ground last year against Birkama United in the GFF round of 16 FF Cup. Well, here comes the corner. To take this one is Montlamin Dabur again. Omar Bojang is the shortest in the team, but the most deadliest in the air. For as far as the aerial attacking prowess is concerned. Central referee arranging the penalty area. Montlamin Dabur having hands on West. The referee is still not satisfied in the box. Samga also watching this game with keen interest. Montlamin Dabur delivers. The netminder Kasama Palace it out. Mustafa Jaju. That was a very good one. And Montlamin Dabur letting the roll out for a corner. He knew he was in an offside position and did the best decision, that is letting it roll out. So that will be a corner to be taken. I don't like Adama's position today in corners. It will be difficult for him to score from there. And he's one of the tallest players for Medina. Good one from Montlamin Dabur again to the far post. Lamin Cisse getting it back. And Abdullah Kote was unable to direct that ball in. And his leap wasn't the best. 20 minutes of normal time to go in the first period. 25 on the clock. Kasama. Hunting it back, receiving it from Jaju. Going long to Ndao. Ndao had a touch. Juwara will let the roll out for a throw. Sane. Adama Jada winning it back. Wins a free kick for Medina. Look to be serious from Adama Jata. He's holding on his knees. He was an injury prone last year, had a terrific season this year though in Adama. He could be a player of the season contender in Adama Jata. It's okay to continue, Adama. Still on a visible discomfort though. He's back in the fray. Cisse. Back to Keita. Or to go long as Mohamed Kaur was trying to close him down. Kaur, Abdu, had a touch. Cisse getting it to Landing Jata. Who gets it back to Lyman Cisse. Try to go long to Omar Bojang. Kaur heading it back. That should be a Medina United free kick. He held Omar Bojang on the neck from Abdu Kaur. And he was in front of him. I wonder how he could have made that foul. Julawa to Kasama. Kasama goes long. Juara getting it back in the middle. Yeah, Ports, all their plays is Juara the right fullback. They barely attack on the other side of the field. Omar Jom. Down to Abdul Kaur. Back to Jallo. Abdul Kaur wants it for Ports. Patient builder from GPA. I'm defending from Medina. Caught Omar Jom, who's dropping down for the ball. Jom to Jallo, or to Abdul Kaur rather. Chilabaswane to Malik Sar. Abdul Jaju was closed down well by Mohamed Dabo. He does well to Mustafa Jaju. Was brought down Jaju Mustafa. Rolling into attack. And that will be a yellow card for Malik Sar. But that play was an attack. I wonder why.
Why did he stop our play? That's our advantage. That's our advantage. When it doesn't work, he can recall the play.
But if you stop that, then that should be a red card.
That's definitely. Scoring opportunity, and he shouldn't have blown. It was a it's a horrendous decision. It's a horrendous decision, and that gives Sports the breathing space for now.
That was a clear counter-attack. We let Lijano probing on the other side of the field. Mustafa Jaju was scanning. He could have gone for goal all by himself. He scored on the exact same spot against RS Talending in the first round. The exact same spot. He has a good shooting technique. Lenny Jadu was running in an empty space. There came the whistle. I wonder why. If you stop a play because a player is in a dangerous pen, then that should be a red card by any means. Not for a yellow card to come out. But that's the referee's decision. It is final. Life goes on. That will be a free kick anyway. Mohamed Dabo is still on discomfort. Mohamed Jabi is warming up. Oh no, that doesn't look good. That absolutely doesn't look good, Mohamed Dabo. So he wouldn't be able to continue. He wouldn't be. It will be a miracle if he is. Mohamed Jabi is warming up though. A leader centre forward, physical, strong and fast. Played for Stevie last year and was instrumental in helping them into attack. And Omar Bayo showing that Mohamed Jabi had him go, delivers a good one. And that was a strong defensive clearance. And that will be a Medina United scorer. Mohamed Dabo is still down, still receiving treatment with 15 minutes of normal time to go. He's adjusted in. He's asked by the physio champ if he will be okay and able to continue. Back in the fray, visibly limping though. Mohamed Jabi is being prepared in case Mohamed Dabo is unable to continue. Here comes the corner. Hadim Gom delivers. The ball into the far post. And Lamin Sisa was unable to make that. Omar Jom. First to first with Landing Jata. Almost no chance. Jallo. Trying to get it to Sane. Now closing him down in the best way possible. Free kick. GPA. Now he's swearing to go that he didn't touch him. Yeah. As you always do. GPA have two bodies down though. To the judges. And Sane, the number 6. In Hussein Sane. But what a terrible call there from the central referee.
Yeah, I have great respect for referees, but with that one I wouldn't understand why he made that call. I think it was a poor call at the wrong time. It would have been the right call at the right time if we were not able to progress with that ball. But the advantage was us. The foul was against us. So I think he should have just allowed the game to flow, because Landing was in space. He was the extra man, and Mustafa Jaju, that is his range. He could have found the back of the net there or play to Landing Jaju and run into the box. But he's gone. He's gone. There's nothing we can do about it.
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just about searching for the next one now. Searching for the next one and going for the next one. Saying even our followers in the page are not happy with that call from the referee. Juwara. Sliman went down. He was hungry to attack in Ansuwana Juwara. Juwara getting it to Mama Dekor. He's trying to go all the way back to Malik Sar. Sar looking for Tony Jaju. Getting it to Omar Jom. Jom lifting it long for Jaju. Now attacking that one. Flicking Medina United. Coach wanted a penalty for that? That would have been a cheap one. That would have been the easiest penalty to win in 100 years life of football. Not a penalty in El Hilal. Absolutely not. That's a Medina's ball. Keita. Sending it long to Ngom. Juwara was there. So to Jaju. Julaba. Jata. On a strong leaping header. Referee urging him to calm down. Juwara wants it and Juwara gets it. Sending it long to the far post. Landing Jara was there on a strong defensive cover. Wonderfully done by Ramin Sise. Omar Baji too on a strong tackle. Jaju. Abdullah Conte with a good one. Juwara to the far post. Landing Jara controls calmly to Mustafa Jaju. Omar Boja on the attacking run. Adama Jara wanted it even more. Had him go make it the attacking run too. Moulamed Dabo into space. So to Mustafa Jaju. Love the movement from the boys. Moulamed Dabo is going for goal. Strong touch there by Julaba Suare. He threw his body on that ball. Jata. Getting into Sisse. Sang, I love the movements. I absolutely do. Baji. Turning. In the center, the Lamin Sisse. Sisse tried getting it into the penalty area. Jaju was not taking any chances. Abdullah Konde had a touch. Usainu Sane trying to attack. Omar Jallo was making the attacking run. Tried to in the pass, too heavy for Mamadou Kosh to connect. That man is down in the Baseku Kasama. Sang, he looks to be called to go down by his gaffer. But the Jamme is the other goalkeeper on the bench for GPA. "35 minutes on the clock. Pause on a time wasting tactic." It's a good one though. It's a good one. Football is beautiful. Football is beautiful. But should coaches respond to supporters? Should they?
Yeah, whilst when you are on the touchline, I think your focus and your priorities should be on your players and the game. Fans have all the rights to talk. That's
whatever they want.
That's their liberty. You should give them their latitude. Just like
Won't describe it as unprofessional.
It's unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's unethical.
Absolutely.
It's just like a referee in a game, and the fans are shouting against your decisions, and you want to come out and tell them that I am right, or you want to answer to everybody. It's unethical. Your job won't flow. So you just have to be professional. You just have to keep your head in your game and your responsibility and your duty for that day. So that's football.
Absolutely, that's football. Jana will be taking the result in throw. After letting the roll out, Malbaji was calling for a pass. Jada sending it long into the penalty area. Strong defensive header by Jallo. Corner Medina. They have been probably, Medina have been by far the better team in this game. By a distant mile. Corner to be taken by Hadim Gob. Moulami Dabo looks to be okay to continue now. But he's still on a visible discomfort as can be seen. Corner. Hadim Gob would deliver. Gob delivers. They pause faithful field that the ball went off the line. They claim for a goal kick with the referee Julia Oblige. Jump controls. Brought down by Omar Baji. Free kick. Adungam heading it down for Abdullah Conte. He's working it out. Malesar trying to control to Jaju. Heading it back to Sar. Great combination there to Abdul Jaju. Threading in the pass to Omar Jom. Running into the penalty area. Omar Jom going for goal. And he can beat the netminder from there. Omar Keita is not one to be beaten by there. I cannot remember Omar Keita conceding a goal from outside the box. No, pardon me, against Latil Kunda. But that was via deflection, strong deflection. And no wonder he's calling the Gambia's only 20 Omar Keita. From outside the box, very few players can reach that. Very few, son.
Yeah, I think it will be a daunting task to try to beat Omar Keita from there, except if you have the cheat code. Maybe whilst we are taking the shot and he slip and falls or loses his balance.
Unlucky moment.
Yeah, but for you to be able to beat Keita from that distance is nearly impossible.
Well, I mean, that was beautifully done. And that is a goal kick anyway. Moulami Dabo is a terrific player, an absolute terrific player. His pass was a bit too heavy. Kasama. Jajo. Sending it long. Marbaji had a vital touch to Abdullah Conte. Ujing passes marker with absolute poise. Ngam. Moulami Dabo lifting it long to Harim Ngam. Beautiful play again by Medina. Ngam controls. Getting it away from Mustafa Jaju. 25 post to Omar Baji. He was not on his strong footing in Omar Baji. And Lani Jada was in an almighty space. He could have traded for him, but failed to do so. Conte, but they headed back by Keita. Keita. Stepping it back from Lamel Sise. Yeah, some very true words from the supporters. The scoring goal is the problem. Medina have had 5 clean sheets in a row. In every game, they miss almost 2 golden opportunities. Right now, they would have been on top of the table by a distant mile if they were making their chances count. That scoring is the problem. But they have a player on the bench, Mohamed Jabi, who was lost for a while. But he's back in the team today in Jabi. Abdullah Conte. Adunga getting it back to Mustafa Jajo. Brought down by Juwara and Sumala. And free kick Medina. Let's imagine another free kick. To take this one will be Abdullah Conte. The left side at centre half. For what will be an arch winger. Conte will be taking this one. Conte delivers. That was another good one. Abdullah Conte feels that did not attack that well. Mama Dekor getting it to Juwara. Mustafa Jaju to Adam Ajata. His pass was heavy. Abdullah Conte touching it down to Dow. Gets it well to Adam Ajata. Back to Abdullah Conte. Back to Dow. Come possible there from the back line. Lamin Sisse wants it. Chata. Lamin Sisse. About Lamin Dabo was offside, yeah. I could tell from where we're sitting, sang. He was and came out. The assistant referee saw that very well. Jilabal leaving that for Baseko Kasama. Baseko was going for a job. Hadungam's touch was not the best. Chested down again. Getting it in the middle for Omar Baji, who loses that to Mustafa Jaju. But Jaju wins it back. Lama Sisse to Doss. Receive a heavy push from the back by Mama Dekor. Sisse is okay to continue. Sisse turned out back to Abdullah Conte. Conte lifting it long to Lamin Dabo. Was snatched from the back by Julaba Swane. That's another free kick, Medina. Is there instruction from their coaches to make Lamin Dabo as uncomfortable as they possibly can? He received more fault than any other player. You could hear their coaches saying, nice play, after hitting him for the fifth occasion.
I don't, with all due respect, I don't think Julaba has anything special. He has his physique, and he does not give space and time to a forwarder. So that's his strength. But if we put the ball down, we don't play aerial balls. In fact, he just see passes, one touch, two touch. No, he is out of the game. So that's it.
Abdullah Conte, Lamin Dabo was going for goal, and Juwara was spreading his body on the ball. Jata. Another strong tackle. That's out for Medina United draw with 45 minutes on the clock. And 3 minutes to be added on. Three now. Confirmed. 3 minutes to be added on top of the 45. And you could hear the Ports tactician saying that you Gafale Jan is trying to control them. But he's like this every game, not just for the first game. He's always busy in technical area. And as the first question I want to ask him, why of that coaching type of him? Immediately after the game, fingers crossed, Medina go home with all the 3 points. But that's a Medina straw. Landon Jata holding onto that ball. Port still have a man down. Receiving shopper there by the Fishes. The man who was down is the attacking midfielder in John Jaju. Abdullah has missed this game after receiving a red card against Wagadu anyway. Sisse. Turned out. Abdullah Conte. Conte to Lamin Dabo. Getting it back to Abdullah Conte. That was not the best of passes. Mamadou Kol wins it back to Ousseynou Sane. Landing Jatta winning that back to Mustafa Jaju, who is making the attacking run. Moulamin Dabo was at the edge of the box. Dabo jinky passes marker. It turns out too heavy. And that is now the corner. Moulamin Dabo to have done better there, but failed to do so, son. That was an almighty opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, I have not seen anything special about Julaba. When he does not have that 1v1 quality. So you can see what Dabo did to him. He turned him inside out, but it was too much. It was one too many, and he should have found the back of the net. He has done enough. He should have found the back of the net or play the ball to the player who was in space. I think. Let me tell you, if Ports had quarter of the chances that we had, we would have been 2-0 down or 3-0. We would have been dead by now. So they have more experienced players, more clinical players. We have a young team, but we have to make our momentum count.
Absolutely. Medina got to make their moments count. Best chance in the game falling to Moulamin Dabo. Chalo. Getting it to Abdukor. Abdullah Conte with control, touching it down calmly to now. Back to Omar Keita. Keita opting to go long to where Landing Jatta was. Had a very vital touch. Abdukor was waiting. Omar Bojang also was there. And Kor feels it was notch and a free kick. And there's a half-time whistle. 3 minutes of added time is already over. Important game is first versus second. The winner takes it all. If Ports wins today or Malaga draw, they'll be the champions of the second division, confirm. If Medina want to win, they'll be in the fourth division, confirm. So it's a very important game in the life of those two teams. So much up for grab. The winner takes it all. Half-time. Medina 0, GPA 0. Minutes. GPA faithful just entering the fray now. Yeah, of course we're back. Very important 45 minutes to go in the life of these two teams. For Ports, even a point is enough. For Medina, a point would be close but not enough. And a point will mean champions of the second division and going back to the very top, as they already are confirmed to be on the very top. So this time, Ports will be starting sang from right to left, as Medina will be playing from left to right as you watch. The best chance in the first period fall to Moulamin Dabo, after he jink passes back with absolute poise in the penalty area. But his final touch, the cutting edge, was the bigger problem. Mustafa Jaji will be restarting play for Medina. Mohamed Jabi on the bench, Dominic Bossi on the bench, Abdul Jaji on the bench, Modu Sajo on the bench, all first team players on so many occasions this season. Medina have wealth of players to call upon if Kafali Jan has to go to the bench. So the second half starts in a chilly, boisterous evening at the Birkama Box Bar Mini Stadium. 45 minutes of action, 45 minutes separating Medina to be in the fourth division of Gambian football for the very first time. There could be one of the youngest team in the land to be in the Gambia's top tier. Just 45 minutes, just a goal, and possibly next encounter against SM. Omar Bojang, Moulamin Dabo rolling into space. Omar Bojang still trying to jump past his marker, brought down. Player on says the central referee, Mustafa Jaju. Moulamin Dabo was in an offside position. Jaji 15 has 4 goals to his name so far this season. and his target in Mustafa was 5 goals. Sang, we back for the second period.
Yeah, we're back for the second period. I think the first period was dominated by Medina, and they've not made it count. I was saying if Port should have those number of chances by now, we would have been 3-0 down based on their scoring, their record in the league. They've scored the most goals. They have a deadly striker, a goal scorer in their ranks. So we just have to make the best of our chances and stay disciplined and focus till the final second.
Absolutely. Staying disciplined will be very, very important. Free kick Medina. Omar Bojan was hit heavily. That will be free kick in a very good position for Motlamin Dabo to jink one in. Or maybe Mustafa Jaju. Okay, that's the other foul was as per the referee. Mustafa Jaji for what will be an hard swinger. Dabo on the first line. Jaju sends it long, not the best of balls. Bojan was already down surrendering. Jata getting it back to Jaju. Lifting it long to London Jata. Jata. Time to get into the penalty area. Abdul Kol was back treating. And his touch is bouncing out for Medina United throw to be taken by London Jata. Who's trying to go long to Omar Bojan. Mustafa Jaju touching it back to London Jata. Jata. That's a foul. That is a foul. But Ports are losing concentration somehow. That is cheap, said the referee. Stop diving, son. Dabo. Another good tackle there by Omar Jallo. Another Medina United throw. London Jata. Getting it to Motlamin Dabo once again. Dabo getting it to Omar Bojan, who sends one first time in the penalty area. The ball is still not fully cleared. Harding was looking. Adam Majabek controls. Gum dropping down for the ball. Omar Baji in support. Gum sending it long into the penalty area. Motlamin Dabo was offside. The good news for Medina is Yusuf Achati and Mohamed Jabi are warming up. But at the same time, a bad news for Hawks for GPA. I miss the GPA with Hawks on so many occasions. I remember you rectified me first. Do they even have closeness at the first place?
Yeah, I think the two teams have good relations because these are big teams in the country, so you can see exchange of players from time to time. You can see history on the pitch from time to time, and they've been in the game for a long time, so they must have a relationship, especially this small country. We are all knitted together. So football sometimes is a game that forces us to have those emotional breakdowns or melting points, but we are all one, and we are all close. Yeah. So
He's a terrific defender. He absolutely is. He's very calm. He's never under pressure, Abdullah Conte. No matter the game, no matter his context, Conte is always as calm as you like. With 4 minutes on the clock, Malik Sarr is down, spreading himself on the ground. Doesn't look to be okay. Keita. Abdullah Conte was trying to go along. Jaji was there to have a touch. Tony Jaji does to Omar Job. Who changed passing marker. Was close down well. Love the way the boys are closing him in Omar Job. Adama Jata. Spreading play to Hadim Gum. Hadim Gum trying to jink passes marker. Running into the penalty area. But that was beautifully defended there by Jaji. Omar Job into space. And Sumana Juara towards. Juara looking to deliver. Omar Baji down on a strong defensive mission. He's doing well. Baji absolutely done. And trying to connect Hadim Gum, he does. And that's a Medina United throw. GPA yet to have a corner in this game. They came so close there, but Omar Baji was calm as you like. Conte. Back to Baji. Down to Abdullah Conte. Getting it turned out. Time to go for goal again. That's way out for a goal kick. Keita to Cisse. Jata getting it back to Cisse. He's going looking to go along to Motlamin Dabo. Jata getting it to Mustafa Jaji. Touching it back to Landin Jata. Spreading play to Omar Bojang. His first time control was not the best. Mustafa Jaji was running into space though. Jallo. Malik Sar. Ball was won by almost instantly by Landin Jata to Mustafa Jaju. Jaju spreading play to Hadim Gum. Mustafa Jaju is running the game in the second period. Gum getting it back to Jaju. And Hussein Usane wears it back for GPA, who's running into attack. Omar Bojang delaying him. Does well to delay. Mohamed Kor was closed down well by Abdullah Conte. No chance. Face to face with Abdullah Conte. Kor to Jaju. And Motlamin Dabo closed that space well to Jallo. Face to face with Landin Jallo. Delivers first time. Omar Keita would gather. He passes it out. And Mustafa Jaju there was. Play on. Free kick Medina. I thought that was a yellow card on Omar Bojang, but he left him and the referee left advantage. If he had a hole completely. Chata. Brought down by Jallo. Jata, one of the most disciplined players in the division. You barely hear him complaining. Jata landing. Omar Bojang. It for Adama Jata, who will be taking the resulting free kick. Jata to Omar Baji. Baji goes to Abdullah Conte. Conte delivers first time. Omar Bojang was there, but Abdul Koron a strong defensive end again for another Medina United corner. Medina edging close. They got to make their chances count. GPA also have area of bodies warming up. But here comes the corner. To take this one would be Motlamin Dabo or Hadim Gum rather. Hadim Gum would deliver. Delivers first time. And that is another Medina United corner. Pause plus claim for a handball. Nothing said the central referee. He was not interested by any means. That's another corner. Hadim Gum to take another one. Now the far post. That is it taken now. He must have been good for goal, but Baseku Kasama was equal to it. And Baseku got it well. Baseku Kasama. Sumana Juara went down for a pause free kick. Medicor. Seno Sane. Tando Jim passes markers. Spreading play down the left Omar Jallo. Jallo delivers one first time. Abdullah Conte there was. Not the best of clearance. Mamadi Kor getting it back into the box. No chance to beat Omar Keita from there. As he gathers it well. And ups to go long. Jaju touching it down to Malik Sar, who tried to touch Anton to Abdukar. Kaur threading in a pass. But the best of passes, Tony Jaju Davos, spreading play to Juara and Sumana. Hadungam dropping deep for strong defensive cover. Now clearing his line. Hadungam having a touch to stop that ball from going out for a corner. Hussein Sane getting it to Tony Jaju. Sports are building into the game. Again, another shot off target. One way over the crossbar. Yeah, one Baji, the 22. It's not picking up yet. Ochata is swabbing up. I wouldn't mind the idea of bringing Yusuf Achati for Marbaji, then Mustafa Jaji will drop down the middle. That should be a good idea. And Dominic Boas in the attacking tattoo could be a good one. Wallahi Tabo, what a touch. What a touch. Wallahi Tabo. Trading in the pass, not the best of passes. Senu Sane. Putting it back in the middle to Adam Ajata. Omar Job trying to win the ball back. Getting it to Juwala, a busy right fullback. Juwala delivers. Tony Jaju was there. Lamin Sise clearing his line. Abdukar getting it back to Lamin Sise, who tried to jump past his marker. Miscommunication there. Abdukar on a strong tackle. Miscommunication there from Mustafa Jaju and Lamin Sise. Seko back, Kasama wins that back to Julaba Suwane. Suwane to Malik Sar. Sar going to Jaju. Abdukar wants that and gets that. Getting it back to Julaba Suwane. Telling it to Hussein Usane. Back to Abdukar. Omar Job was snatched from the back by Sisa. Hussein Usane win that ball back, running into attack. Tokor. Abdullah Jallo was going for goal. Omar Keita got us absolutely well. Keita. Had him go. Abdullah Jata. Heavy pass from Abdullah Jata. Had him go. Fachati and Mohamed Jabi are preparing to come in. Mohamed Jabi, deadly centre forward, who can score those goals. Chati, Loli from Falcons, has 5 goal contribution in 9 appearances. For Medina in the second round is prepared to come in. A deadly attacking player who can create those goals and can score them himself. He's been prepared in. Mohamed Jabi scored 2 goals for Medina. First of which coming against Suokono and another against Uni Global Forward was a winner. But in few appearances he contributed to goals. Jaju to Arama Jata. Chati in the attacking midfield and Mohamed Jabi in the striking department sang. Their role is just one. For Chati is create the goal for us. For Mohamed Jabi score it. That is the primary role. Score the goal that will take Medina into the top tier of Gambian football. Basego Kasama Garas. Following a true ball from Lamin Dabo. Letting the ball roll in. The crowds are changing. The tempo of the game is going down. It's turning out to be a cautious football now. No team wants to concede. No team sang wants to go down.
Yeah, I think our Ports is playing for pride. I don't think they want to stop the winning run. They don't want any team to be a team that beats them on the way to glory. But here they are having a game of their life against a very motivated Medina United this evening. So it's going to be a daunting task for Ports. And we can see Medina has dominated the encounter. But the only thing that has not yet changed is the scoreboard. It shouldn't be 0-0. It should be 3 or 4 because of the chances that Medina created.
Indeed. So Omar Baji will be making the way. That means Mustafa Jaji will be dropping down to the DM role now. Mahori Kor. Bojang letting the roll out. Substitution, Medina. Mohamed Daba is making way for Mohamed Jabi. And Omar Baji is making way for Yusuf Achati. Very good substitution, Dosang. Very good one. Your take?
Yeah, it's a good substitution. I think there is a bit of quality in the midfield. Yusufa coming in will give us another advantage, another plus for when we have the ball going forward in the attack. And then also he's a very clever player. We can use him to keep most of the balls. And in front we have Mohamed Jabi, who is a very, very deadly striker. He's very skillful. He's strong. He knows how to get the best out of defenders.
Indeed, Mohamed called delivers. Lamin Sisa was there to clear. He does clear. Omar Joe was going for goal, and that was putting himself on the face of that ball. Out for a corner for GPA for what is their first corner this afternoon. They scored via a corner in the first leg via Abdukor, throwing a thumping it at the near post. Ahmad called delivers, not the best of deliveries. And the Hardingham classes line. Sang Medina looked to be playing a similar formation now with Sang substitute. Are we having a triangle in midfield now than a double pivot?
Yeah, we would like to keep that, but it's going to be a rotation. It's not fixed, but we like to keep an eye in the midfield of Ports because they have a lot of quality there. So we are not going to commit our men completely forward. So, but when we have the ball, Chati is going to come out of the midfield, try to consolidate the attack. So that's the tactic now.
That's the tactics now. Mohamed Javi wants it and gets it. Rolling into the penalty area. His first time control was not the best. Delivers one in. And Sar Chati getting it down to Mustafa Jajo. That was a heavy one. And went way over the crossbar. For what would have been his fifth goal of the season. That means Tagala Chief. But time to find another. But that was a good chance. Mohamed Javi did justice there.
Yeah, like I said, he's a very, very good player, very skillful, very experienced. You can see how he ran down the line and made that cutback, and that should have been in the net for Mustafa Jaji for the kind of player he is, and that is his range. And those are his.
Was an offside position clear. Julaba is physical. Number 13. Very, very physical, sir.
Yeah, if you want to play an aerial game with Julaba, you have a problem. If you want to play a physical game with Julaba, you have a problem. Like I said, let's play the 1-2, give and go. Julaba is nowhere. He's not going to play. With all due respect, that is not his game. But the aerial duels, the physical contacts, he has an edge over a lot of players here.
Over anyone, clearly. Sar, back to Julaba, going all the way to Jaju. Spreading play down to the right. Landinjana does justice there. And the jing passes marker. And Javi went down screaming. And that's a free kick in Medina United. Sise back to Keita. Keita going long to Omar Bojang. Abdul Kor winning that strong header. Had him gone face to face with Abdul Jaju. Pause, touches, Chati coming down to Gada. Ara Majata. Back to Hadim Gom. Chati again going to call for that ball. Getting it back to Ara Majata. Chati making that movement in the middle. Good one from Chati again to Abdullah Conte. Back to Ndao. Some slick move work, some good passing, great creativity. Cisse Back to Keita. Amadi Kor trying to close him down. Keita going long to Omar Bojang. His first time control was not the best. Out for Medina United throw. Landing Jata getting it to Omar Bojang. Abdul Kor with a strong clearance. Abdul Kor went down. Feels he was hit heavily there by Omar Bojang. Chulaba. And to Abdul Jaju. Hadim Gong was spreading into attack. And to stop that one. Tony. Omar Jallo. Back to Omar Jom. Going all the way down to Abdul Kor. Who's also spread it back to Baseku Kasama. Sekou Kasama trying to go to Omar Jallo. His first time touch was not the best. Chati was attacking that one. Malik Sato Omar Job. Jump to Mamadi Kor. Spreading play to Juara. Juara trying to deliver first time. Had him come delete him in the best way possible. Juara still holding on to that ball. Running into attack. Play on said the center referee. Mustafa Jaju to Yusufa Chati. Chati who is running into attack, waiting for options. Landing Jada giving him that option. Mohamed Jabi was waiting on the far post. That was a deadly delivery. And Mohamed Jabi didn't make it count. What a ball from Landing Jata.
Yeah, that was a splendid cross from Landing Jata. I think Jabi should have held on to the ball much longer. Chati was coming in, Bojang was locking. He has a lot of options. I don't think he should have gone for the kill. He should have played with his teammates, and that would have been one for Medina now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is high time they scored Medina. The chances have been coming. Pons are yet to have any meaningful impact in the penalty area. Jata. Calm. Back to Sisay. Pons are peg back. They are not defending. They don't choose to defend. They are forced to defend. Kor. Malpass. They're running out of ideas. Medina are all over them at the moment. Now to Abdullah Conte. Conte to Hadim Gom. No time for the styles. It's time for business football. Sane. Jaju. For GPA. Omar Jallo receiving a heavy challenge there by Landing Jata. Free kick pause against Landing Jata. Here Joel disagrees. He disagreed there in Landing Jata. Sang I think that was a foul.
Yeah, I think he won the ball cleanly. Yeah, he won it cleanly, and the Ports player made the most of the action, and the referee, he was deceived. Well, yes, still we have to respect the referee's decision, and then continue to play, put our head in the game. We are just making it difficult for ourselves, because we should have been ahead by now by 2 goals
or more,
at least or more. So the pressure we are having, the trouble we are having is unnecessary. We put it on ourselves, because by now the scoreboard should have marked at least 2 goals or 3 goals in favor of Medina.
Absolutely. Charlie dictated in the middle now with Adam Jata. Post clear for a free kick. Advantage says the referee. Hussein Sane. Going on to Mamadi Kor. Does with the jump pass Abdullah Conte. He was going for a good one to Omar Jota to the far post. But Omar Keita was equal to that. Keita is a calm net minder. Juara. Amadi Kor back to Juara. Juara going to Hussein Sane. Running into the penalty area. Omar Keita enters the first goal for GPA. It was a fluke finish, but Hussein Sane found it, and 1-0 Ports. That's the game for you. That's football for you. You got to make the chances count when they come. You got to make them count when they come. And Medina failed to do so. Pause half now. And Sumala Juara the scorer of the goal. They're edging ever close to their crown. edging ever close. Sir, Ports have the goal.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Offside. Free kick rather for Medina. As Sports preparing for what is their first substitution in the afternoon. Coming in is their number 17. Who is Khalifa Jallo. One from Hadim Gom to the near post or down the center rather. And Omar Jallo picking up that ball. And to Omar Jom. Who went down for a GPS free kick. Khalifa Jallo is the one being prepared in now. The number 17. Making way. Lost over the 14, Omar Jallo. Jump. Getting it to Jaju. Who's running down to the goal. Lamin Cisse with a nifty tackle. Was a brilliant tackle there by Lamin Cisse. Substitution pause. Omar Jallo is out for Khalifa Jallo. Khalifa Jallo 17 is in. Chuara to Omar Jom. Can he get in the middle? The ball is still not fully cleared. Goal kick or free kick for Medina rather. Handball against Ports. It's Medina's ball. Keita going long. Abdukor, chest controls calmly. Landing Jata. Omar Bojang down to Yusufa Chati at the edge of the box. Abdukor clearing his line. And Sumana Juara trying to keep that in play. Whacks it over the perimeter fence. Yeah, but you don't blame him for that. That was not intentional. I think he did this thing to help him stay in the field. Because he was running with confidence. Chati was going for goal. Was one back by Ports. Hussein Usane brought down by Mustafa Jaju. Advantage at the center of the referee. Brought down again by Mustafa Jaju. Life goes on. Jaju. To Cisse. Going to Alama Jata. Abdullah Conte. Mohamed Jabi wants it and Jabi gets it. Hadunga making the attacking run. Jabi still holding on to that, but that was a good pass. Yusufa Chati jinking passes mark and equalized so blindly. That is a wonderful goal from Yusufa Chati. His 6th goal of the season. 6 goal contribution and is absolutely deaf. Mohamed Jabi with the assist. Yusufa Chati with the equalizer. 1-1. Game on.
It's game on here. This game has been beautiful from the moment get-go, and you can see the double substitution paid dividend. That was a very, very good tactical decision made by the coaches, and it really paid dividend. I think the problem we have is caused by the boys themselves, because by now we should have been leading Ports. So definitely that was beautiful and that's very encouraging. But they have to stay disciplined. They have to stay focused. They have to stay tight. Yeah.
Stay focused, stay tight. Medina back on level terms. Yusufa Chati 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 goal contribution in 9 appearances. What the numbers? What the numbers, son? Lowly from Falcons doing the damage for Medina on an absolute good number, son. Omar Joba into the box. Lyman is closing him down well. Hussein Sane failed to clear. John still running into the box. Omar Keita would gather well. Keita going long now to Mohamed Jabi. Jabi, control. Well, the backline for Hawks are physical. Mohamed Jabi to his. He really is. He's the creator of that goal. Again, trying to deliver and with a throw. Physical players for physical players.
Yeah, like I said, when you go for physicality and aerial duel, Julaba has his strengths there. But when we put the ball down, I don't see him. There's nothing special about the player. Definitely.
And then Jata. Mustafa Jaju. Going to Yusufa Chati, the scorer of that only goal. Chati. Play on. Brought down. Nothing said the referee. And post spreading play to Omar Job. Lamin Sise clearing his line. Out for throw substitution. Dominic Boissy is in. His ball after he was missed for quite a while. Medina's MVP last year. Struggled with knee injury. In the first time was the international client that he struggled for. Did not have so many games this year, but he's back in the fray. And time to do the damage now. On the wing back roll, the left wing roll. Boissy is back, son.
Yeah, Boissy is back. We just want him to have a good game. And then
that's his first attempt to give passes. Marker going for goal. Block there. He's coming with absolute confidence. Push on the back. Still rolling into the penalty area. Delivers one. And that was a good contribution there. For his first touch. Lily Jan Omar Bojang. And for Medina United corner. Boissy is there difficult to handle. What an introduction it is for him.
yeah, he's one of the best players in the team. He's been away for a long time, and I think he's hungry to play, and he's going to be a handful. All we need to do is just to be careful about Jom. Let's keep an eye on Jom, and let's just be tight in midfield, because that is where their magic happens. So that's the game for you now. We just have to be very, very focused.
The boys have to be very focused now. Sangisi for Charlie's goal, I thought it was onside. I mean, side netting rather. Because you saw me in my commentary, the way he ran to the keeper was sublime. And his finish was absolutely tough. Chati, strong tackle down by Ansumala Juara. He's a comedian like you describe him. He always wants to overdo anything. I thought that was a Medina United draw. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look like. Oh, is that a free kick? How comes is the big question? Oh no, it's a Portuguese throw. Life goes on. And the car. And then Jata clearing his line. Sam Dominic Boissy is not playing the wing back role. Imagine I'm playing a 3-4-3 formation now. Boissy is in the wing. Now it's the orthodox 3-4-3 now, Sam. With Jata, Chati, and all in the middle. Chati, Mustafa Jaju, to London Jata, does well to keep it in play. To Yusufa Chati, who is trying to jump past his marker, gets it back to Mustafa Jaju, to London Jata. Mohamed Jabi turns, brought down, play on, said the referee. Jom. Getting it to Tony Jaju. First with London Jata, no chance against London Jata. Jata had a very important touch. That's a Medina United throw. Tanwale tempo. First against second. That's why the whole world that they deserve to be in where they are, son. This is an absolute game of high tempo, of immense quality and fighting spirit. No wonder it's first versus second. And it's not. They saw in the world, they're not there by a fluke or by a piece of luck. They are there because of how good they are. Malbojang. Touch heavily by Kor. Juara. On the deep right. Throw in, said the assistant central referee. That's a foul, says Sang. Abdullah Konta was the one brought down. 1-1 with less than 10 minutes of normal time to go. 10 minutes for Medina Opposed to find a winner. His fellow Jallo. Khalifa's ball was not the best. Lamen Sise ensured that the ball roll all out for a goal kick, which it is. Keita going on to Jabi. Abdul Kaur winning that header. Abdul Kaur. One more slot for Medina. 2 more subs. Jata getting it back to Sise. Medina definitely have been by far the better team in this game. Port shot on and off target and chances created. Julaba heading it back for Baseko Kasama. Oh, it's advancing the ball and wasting time because for Ports, a point is enough. For Medina, a point could be good but not the best. What Medina should avoid is losing the game in total, because that means the last game could be a must win. Which in context can be difficult. But with a draw here, even the last game a draw also is enough for promotion to the country's top tier. As a draw here will mean 3 points ahead of Samga, and the points in the last game will mean they are in the 4th division. Now, clearing his line, London Jara reaching that all the way. Umar Jom doesn't have a chance against London Jara there. Corner Ports. London Jara disagrees there. So corner says Ports assistant. Here comes the corner. Corner for Ports. Abdul Kaur was at the near post. Out for a Medina United goal kick. Marketa asking them to balance on one side. So it looks as though Abdullah Conte is playing the left full-back role. At some point, he's also now the one to play in double roles in Abdullah Conte. As receiving no support. Malpojang. Mustafa Jaji with the tackle. Khalifa Jallo. Kamle Jallo Khalifa. Getting it back to Abdul Kaur. Lamen Sise tried to control, failed to control. Was out to clear the line. Abdullah Conte does. Joara on the deep right of the field. Telling the pass to Abdul Kaur. Sise letting it roll out to Marquez to Gada. Keita Gadas. Calling on Dominic Boissy to close down the field. Chilava letting that go all the way down to the netminder. In Baseko Kasama. While Bojang is having muscular discomfort, I think he's asking for substitution. Abdul Jaju is a winger. He could be ready to come in. Baseko. That was not the best of balls. Dominic Boissy was there trying to win that ball back. Boise will not be able to continue after landing awkwardly there. His return to action was short-lived. It really was. And Abdul Jaju is now been prepared in. Modu Sajo too is. Yeah, he is. But already substitution is already asked for. Yeah, Christopher Chati, I saw him making that substitute sign. It's him. And then Boase will not be able to continue, Sam. Or he'll be able to continue, but I think he'll be making way. Yeah, but there's two players preparing to come in. Hojang, we need that ball back to Lamin Sisei. Chulabasuane, sending it long, and then Jata touching it down to Mustafa Jaju. That was a heavy one. It's okay to continue. Mohamed Jabi touching the down, trying to ginju passes. Marker brought down free kick. Medina United. Chati is interested. Modu Sadio substitute will be cancelled. Boasi is okay to continue. To take this one will be for Chati. But this is way too far. Way too far. Adama Jata? I wouldn't mind Mustafa Jaju. Free kick Medina United. While Boja is one making way for Abdul Jaju, yeah. Abdul is in the fray now. So behind that ball is for Chati and Mustafa Jaju. Chati is interested for one of less than a minute of normal time to go. Against a strong three-man barrier. Yusufa Chati takes it and forces the keeper to a low bottom drive save. Not a very bad idea, but an idea very difficult to execute.
I think he's a player of top quality. We really missed him those games when he was off for injury, and now he's back. He's just a little bit too late, but we really missed his services, his ingenuity, his creativity. He's just a player that you cannot just describe his qualities in one sentence. So, but he is back, and I believe he's going to help us in this game much more, and then in the last game as well.
Absolutely. Boase Prender all the way. Paseku lifting that high. Khalifa Jalla having a touch. Dominic Boase getting that ball back in the middle. Boase rather wants it. Control. Still trying to jing passes marker. Push heavily from the back and wins another free kick for Medina United. A minute to be added on. We are now running into other time. As we have played 90 minutes, there will be 4 minutes to be added on. Yusufa Chati placing that ball to his liking. The one who scored the equalizer of this game, still interested to add to his numbers, still interested to score the goal that will take Medina to the 4th division. Chati, would that be a delivery for his teammate or going for goal? He can go for goal. There is an almighty amount of space at the near post. Two-ball barrier of Khalifa Jallo and Hussein Usane. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes for perhaps Medina to find that goal. Yusufa Chati lifting it long into the penalty area. That was a good one. And the netminder got as well. Following a header from Dow. And Chati is now in the wing. And Mohamed Jabi and Dominic Boasi. So it's Mustafa Jaju. And in there. Marketa will be taking the resulting ball in the final exchanges. One more game to go. I believe it's Sports versus Swoko, no? Medina versus GPA in the final games. Boasi was down. SOA, who are already relegated. That will be next week in Jara Soma. Abdul Jaju to take this one. Option to go all the way to Dominic Boasi. Gafa Alijan is back to 3-5-2 formation. With Dominic Boasi and Mohamed Jabi in the attacking third. Chati in the attacking midfield role with Mustafa Jaju. Adam Ajada Lilotli DM, who had a terrific game. Boasi controls. And the gym passes marker Dominic Boasi. Reverse a throw for Medina United. Abdul Jaju getting it to Mohamed Jabi. Losses that control and Paul manages to recover via Omar Jom. Was closed down well there by Landon Jara. Jom still tried the gym passes marker. Running into attack, finally brought down by Abdul Jaju. And it seems Medina's qualification confirmation could go all the way down to the last game, son. Could go all the way.
Yeah, could go all the way to the last day, and I think they will have themselves to blame, even though they have a mountain to climb here in Ports being a very good team, a team on good run of form, and a team that has a 100% record if you count the number of games they played. So definitely we should have won this game and make it automatic this evening, but it's football and we have to live to survive another day.
Absolutely. With a minute to go, Ports are champions now, son. The football is not over until it is over, but they're edging ever close to their coronation. They'll perhaps receive the crown next week in their final game against Suokono, for a game for pride rather than prestige. Central referee now looking at his watch. Every here and then, Chati. Mustafa Jaju going long. Julaba Swana heading it out. Jaju getting the ball back into Port territory. Chati controls with absolute punch. Was looking for the role of Abdul Jaju. And Sumana Juara flying on that ball. Jaju. Free kick Medina United for what is the final meaningful action in this game. But what a game it has been. It was an absolute game. Referee visiting his whistle. And as a full-time whistle, Ports are champions of the 2025 GFF Second Division League. Medina, on the other hand, are looking to go back to and go all the way. Full-time, Medina United 1, GPA 1.